Love yourself first. Attraction often shows up before a signal word is spoken. Attraction often begins far earlier than most men realize, and one of the earliest moments it reveals itself as during a greeting, before conversation deepens, before flirting becomes obvious, and even before either person consciously labels the interaction as meaningful. Subtle behavioral signals already appear. These signals are rarely intentional, which is pricelessly why they're so reliable. A greeting is an automatic response shaped more by emotion than strategy, making it one of the clearest early indicators of attraction when you know what to observe. Many men focus on what women say, assuming attraction will be communicated verbally. In reality, greetings are driven far more by tone, posture, facial expression, and timing than by words themselves. When attraction is present, these nonverbal elements shift in small but consistent ways. These shifts aren't dramatic or theatrical, they're natural reactions to emotional interest. Understanding this distinction allows men to interpret social situations with greater accuracy. The reason greetings matter so much is that they occur before social filters fully activate. In the first few seconds of an interaction, behavior tends to be more authentic and less calculated. If a man feels attracted, her body and voice often respond faster than her cautious thoughts. This means the greetings can reveal genuine interest long before she decides how she wants to present herself. Missing this moment often leads men to misread the entire interaction. One of the clearest indicators of attraction in a greeting is emotional warmth, as can appear through a softer vocal tone, a more expressive face, or a noticeable increase in enthusiasm compared to how she greets others. These changes are subtle but measurable. When attraction is present, greetings tend to feel more personal rather than routine. Men who pay attention to emotional tone rather than just content gain a significant advantage in greeting interest. Facial expressions are especially revealing during the greeting phase. A genuine smile that appears quickly and engages the eyes often signals comfort and positive emotional response. This type of smile is a different from a polite or social smile, which is usually brief and limited to the mouth. When attraction exists, the smile tends to linger slightly longer and appears less controlled. This difference is easy to overlook but highly consistent. Eye contact during greetings provides another important signal. Women who are attracted often maintain eye contact just long enough to show confidence and engagement without making the interaction uncomfortable. This extended eye contact isn't random, it reflects curiosity and emotional availability. In contrast, neutral greetings usually involve quick glances or distracted attention. The difference becomes clear when observed across multiple interactions. Body orientation during a greeting often reveals interest before words do. When a woman is attracted, she is more likely to fully face the person she is greeting rather than angling her body away. This position signals openness and psychological availability. Even in group settings, subtle adjustments in instance can indicate who she feels most drawn toward. These movements happen instinctively, not deliberately. These greetings and signals change everything, so like and subscribe for more content. Another overlooked factor is timing. Attraction often causes a woman to respond more quickly when greeting someone she is interested in. This can mean acknowledging their presence faster, reacting immediately when they approach or initiating the greeting herself. A faster response at times suggests anticipation and emotional engagement. Neutral interactions tend to involve delayed or habitual responses. Vocal changes during greetings are also significant when attraction is present, and many women unconsciously soften their voice or add variation in pitch. This vocal warmth is linked to emotional interest and comfort. While it's not universal, it's a common pattern observed across cultures. Men who learn to notice vocal shifts gain insight into emotional intent. Personalization is another key indicator. When a woman is attracted, her greeting often feels less generic. She may reference something specific, use your name, or display recognition beyond a simple politeness. This personalization suggests that you occupy a distinct and mental space rather than blending into the background. It's a small signal with large implications. Physical proximity during greetings can also signal attraction. Women who are interested often stand slightly closer or reduce physical distance more than necessary. This behavior reflects comfort and a desire for connection. Neutral greetings typically maintain more space. Understanding these special cues helps prevent a misinterpretation of interest. Micro behaviors such as adjusting hair, clothing, or posture during a greeting often indicate hidden self-awareness. These actions are usually unconscious responses to attraction. They occur quickly and naturally without drawing attention. When these adjustments happen specifically at the moment of greeting, they're particularly telling. Emotional consistency is important when evaluating greeting behavior. A signal warm greeting doesn't necessarily signal attraction, but repeated patterns do. When a woman consistently greets one person differently than others, suggests a stable emotional preference. Observing patterns rather than isolated moments leads to more accurate conclusions. Many men misinterpret friendliness as attraction because they fail to compare behavior. The key isn't whether a greeting is warm, but whether it's warmer than her baseline behavior with others. Attraction reveals itself through contrast. Without context, signals can be misunderstood. This video emphasizes comparison rather than assumption. Culture and personality differences matter, but they do not erase patterns. Introverted women may express attraction more subtly, while extroverted women may be more expressive. However, both still show deviation from their normal greeting style when attraction is present. Learning someone's baseline behavior is essential for accurate interpretation. Nervous energy during a greeting can also indicate attraction. A slight hesitation, laughter, or increased expressiveness may appear when emotional interest is involved. These reactions aren't signs of insecurity but natural responses to hidden emotional states. Neutral interactions rarely produce the same energy. Attention focus is another powerful indicator. When attraction exists, a woman is more likely to give full attention during the greeting, even if briefly. Includes pausing other activities, maintaining eye contact, or showing active awareness. Divided attention often signals a neutrality rather than interest. Greetings also reveal attraction through emotional investment. When a woman seems genuinely pleased to see someone, that emotion shows instantly. This reaction is difficult to fake consistently. It reflects anticipation rather than obligation. Recognizing this difference helps men avoid overthinking later signals. Social context can amplify or suppress greeting signals, but it rarely eliminates them entirely. In professional or public environments, attraction-based cues may be restrained but still present. Slight changes in tone, posture, or timing still occur. The key is learning to detect subtle variations rather than expecting obvious behavior. Many men wait for clear flirting signals before considering attraction. By that point, they may have already missed earlier opportunities. Greetings occur before defenses are raised, making them one of the most honest moments of interaction. Recognizing attraction early allows for more confident and calibrated responses. It's important to approach these observations with neutrality rather than expectation. Not every signal means attraction, and misinterpretation can lead to awkward interactions. The goal is awareness, not assumption. This video emphasizes observation over reaction. Understanding greeting-based attraction improves communication overall. When men accurately read early signals, they're less likely to force conversations or misjudge interest. This leads to more natural and respectful interactions. Clarity reduces anxiety on both sides. Attraction signals and greetings are often stronger than later signals because they're spontaneous. As conversation progresses, people become more controlled. Early behavior therefore offers a clearer emotional snapshot. Learning to recognize this moment is a valuable social skill. Men who consistently miss these cues often believe attraction is rare or unpredictable. In reality, it's often present but unrecognized. Developing observational awareness changes how social interactions are perceived. It shifts focus from outcome to process. Greeting behavior isn't about manipulation or tactics. It's about understanding human behavior as it naturally occurs. This perspective removes pressure and encourages authenticity. The more relaxed the observer, the clearer the signals become. Women don't consciously design their greetings to send messages. These behaviors emerge naturally from emotional states. This makes them more reliable than rehearsed actions. The lack of intention is what gives them meaning. A misreading attraction often leads to missed connections rather than rejection. Many opportunities fade simply because interest wasn't recognized early. Paying attention to greetings helps prevent this silent loss. Awareness creates opportunity to continue this journey and receive more tips. Don't forget to subscribe. This topic isn't about guaranteeing outcomes but improving perception. Attraction is complex and influenced by many factors. Greetings represent only one piece of the puzzle. However, it's a foundational piece that sets the tone for everything that follows. Men who understand greeting signals tend to communicate more calmly and confidently. They're less reactive and more responsive. This dynamic often improves the interaction itself. Awareness influences behavior indirectly. Over time, recognizing attraction and greetings becomes intuitive rather than analytical. The goal isn't to memorize signals but to notice patterns. Experience sharpens perception. This video accelerates that learning process. Attraction expressed through greetings isn't limited to romantic contexts. It appears in social, professional, and casual settings. Emotional preference influences behavior everywhere. Understanding this broadens social intelligence. Ignoring early signals can lead to confusion later. mixed signals often feel mixed only because early cues were overlooked when at the beginning is understood. Later, behavior makes more sense. Clarity starts early. This video encourages viewers to slow down and observe rather than rush to conclusions. The first few seconds of interaction contain valuable information. Learning to read those moments changes how attraction is understood. Developing this skill doesn't require changing who you are. It requires noticing what is already happening. Attraction leaves traces in behavior, whether we look for them or not. Awareness reveals what was always there. Ultimately, greetings are emotional fingerprints. They reveal interest, comfort, and curiosity in ways words often cannot. By learning what to watch for, men gain a clearer, calmer understanding of attraction as it naturally unfolds. Thank you a lot for the full watch. See you soon.